I've been looking for these for a long time, and today is the day that the Polo is going to get a nice little modification which is going to make all the difference. Okay, so welcome back to the channel to another video, and for anybody that's new here, this is the Polo. This is the original car on this channel. This is where it started, and this was the first sort of car that I got my hands dirty on. So if you haven't already seen it, go check out some of the previous videos. It's got custom suspension, we've got BBS on there, done a full nut and bolt rebuild of all the steering system, been to VW for every single nut and bolt I could find, and replaced everything with brand new. So go check it out, it's well worth it, especially if you've got this car. If not, it might be interesting anyway. But just before we get started, I do just need to tighten up the exhaust. I went out to a little car show the other week, and the exhaust sort of twisted round and just started scraping on the floor. So that is the first thing to fix. So here we go, we'll get it up on some wood, and hopefully I should just be able to get in from the side, tighten it all up. So, cool start. I honestly never get bored of how good this car sounds. It's got a full straight through pipe on it, and yeah, it's got a nice rumble to it. Okay, so there's the Polo just on a couple of bits of wood. I'll try show you my problem. As you can see there, the exhaust is quite low to the ground. It has just been dragging on stuff. And I realised, because I've only got one exhaust hanger and the exhaust hasn't been tightened up properly, can you see the angle that back box is at? So what I need to do is loosen off the middle clamp, twist that back round, get it in the right position. That should tuck up the rest of it, and then just tighten it all back up, and it should be absolutely fine. So we shall give that a go now. Okay, so there we go. I don't know how obvious it is, but the exhaust is tucked back up again with a little bit of clearance. Set it just off the bumper, just so it doesn't burn or anything like that. Okay, so that is that part done. Bit of backstory on this next thing we're gonna do. Don't come up for sale very often. Not the cheapest thing in the world, and pretty much just really hard to get hold of. So I have missed countless sets of these. Obviously, I've had this Polo a couple of years now. Every time somebody posts some of these for sale, I'm straight in there, and do you know what? I'm never ever the first person. They're always sold instantly. So I'm gonna unlock the container now, and I'm gonna show you what I've bought. If you follow me on Instagram, or you're part of the Polo pages on Facebook, anything like that, you've probably already guessed what these is. They came up for sale the other day, and yeah, I just literally dropped everything, drove down. It's about a 6-hour round trip from where I live, dropped everything and just went and bought them. But yeah, here we go, check these out. So there we are, the secret is out, a set of Scirocco GT2 seats. Now, These are really hard to find for a few reasons, okay? Firstly, obviously they only came out of one car, Scirocco GT2, that is the only car they're in. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm fairly sure that is the case. The second reason is, obviously you will notice that they are in the same fabric as the Genesis seats from the Polo. So obviously, a lot of people that have Polos want these seats, okay? The main difference is, if you don't know, and I'll show you in a minute, but the Polo seats are completely flat, whereas these ones have got some really nice bolsters, as you can see. So they're effectively like a sport seat in the same pattern that the Genesis came in. Now usually people just sell these two front seats, and a lot of the ones that I've seen have been a little bit knackered, but these are in pretty mint condition. That's the driver's one there. So yeah, the bolster is not too bad at all. And then the passenger seat has got a little tear in it there, but there's more. So yeah, there we go. I've got the full Scirocco interior. Now, my Genesis has already got split rear seats, okay, which means that you can fold one down rather than being a full bench that folds down. These are actually a one piece, even though they don't look it. I'll show you now. See there, it looks like they're split, and then they are actually just joined at the top there. So that is completely a one piece thing. And again at the bottom, see, it looks like it's split, but it's not. So I'm gonna have a look at these. I don't know if they're a direct fit into a Polo, and I also don't know if these are any more bolstered as well. But I can't help but thinking that even though it is supposedly the same fabric, I feel like the Scirocco ones always looked a little bit different. So I'm going to get these over to the car, we'll compare them, and if the back seats go in easily, I might put them in. If not, we'll leave the Genesis ones in because they are the same fabric anyway. But yeah, mega excited for these. Let's go. Okay, so there you go, there are the two seats. This is the one that we're taking out, and this is the one that we're putting in. Now, like I did say, the differences are subtle, you know, it's not a massively different seat. The first thing you will notice is that on this one, the pattern goes all the way up to the headrest. On this one, it does not. Okay, that's the first thing. Second thing, from this angle, you'll see obviously the side bolsters compared to this one. And then the third thing is the bolsters on the bottom, as you can see here and here, and this one is almost flat. Okay, so that's the main differences. The only other downside to my seats is the driver's one is a little bit worse for wear, it's a little bit tatty, so I'm glad to be getting that out anyway. But yeah, overall, for the price of them, I think it's a really nice little thing, and it's sort of, it gives you that feeling of having an aftermarket seat, but obviously without getting something that doesn't fit with the times. These are very sort of period correct, so yeah, let's get them in. Right, so there we go, the old ones are out, looking very sorry for themselves. This is what I was meaning about mine not being in the best of condition. It's like all the pipings come off. It's not the worst in the world, but it's, yeah, could do replacing, but look at those. I'm honestly so happy with them, worth every single penny. The only downside is it is getting a little bit tight down there for the handbrake. It doesn't look like it because it's on wide angle, but that is fairly tight, you know, there's only probably a finger's width in. in between there. But yeah, apart from that, everything's working how it should. Absolutely lovely. It's also nice that the passenger one, I didn't know this, the passenger one is height adjustable as well. Whereas on those ones, you can see the little things there. Only the driver's side one was height adjustable, and that one you could obviously tilt and move forwards and backwards, but was not height adjustable. Whereas this one, look at that. Woo! They're so much comfier as well. If anybody is thinking about getting a set of these and you can find some, I highly, highly recommend it because they are so comfy. It is also worth noting that I was going to try and put the backs in, but they are a different fitment. These ones sort of pin in sort of up here, and the Scirocco ones do not. So yeah, I don't think you'll be able to get the back ones in without a little bit of modification, if at all, but that is fine. I'm only bothered about the front ones, and they completely make the car. It's sort of nice how they just match the backs. Obviously they're the original seats. These are out of a different car, but yeah, it really smartens it up, I reckon. So I'm pretty happy with that. Drop in the comments what you think to these seats, because I am unbelievably chuffed. And there we go, that is the seats completely fitted to the car, but there is only one thing left to do, and that is go out for a drive in them. I need to go pick up some parts for a future video of one of the other cars, so we're going to jump in, take it for a little spin and see what they are like in terms of comfort, see if they're holding me in around the corners, and yeah, hopefully they're going to be so much better. In fact, you know what? They are going to be so much better than the last ones. I'm pretty excited, so let's get on the road. What is this weather? Okay, so we're back, and as usual, I've pushed my luck. It started to rain, and yeah, that's pretty much called off anything else I was going to do today. But the seats, I did film a lot of footage of me sort of driving around. I've probably done 50 miles or so. Just, yeah, back roads, all that sort of stuff, but the coilovers on this car make it very hard to get any sort of clear footage. So it was all very shaky, it wasn't the best. So if you haven't seen any, that is why. But in terms of the seats, I can't believe how comfy they are. Hopefully it's going to make it much nicer. I can't even speak today. But in terms of the seats, I'm really impressed with them, to be honest. They're much comfier than the standard Genesis seats, and hopefully that is going to make sort of just driving to and from shows, long distance and stuff like that, a little bit more comfortable. Went to Manchester Cars and Coffee sort of a month or so back, and yeah, 90 minutes-ish drive each way, and my back was in absolute pieces, which is a real shame. But that's what you get when your car's low and it's on, you know, hard suspension. It is what it is. So yeah, make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you're enjoying the Polo content. It doesn't go down as well as the A3 content, so make sure you are getting involved to show me that people care, and it's not just me sitting there babbling on about how excited I am about these seats. But yeah, make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Comment down below if you've been after a set of these seats, or just if you like them. I'm sure there's going to be people watching this video that have been chasing a set of these seats for longer than I have, to be honest with you. So yeah, drop a comment if that is you. Make sure you click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.